Hi Abhoy, welcome to Trailblazers podcast by PR Moment. Thank you for taking out the time to talk about your work. My first question is why sports?
Um, well, I think I've always played the entire duration of my childhood.
I'll have to take that again. You look down.
Okay.
I'll take that again. You want to take a minute?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Hi Abhoy, welcome to the Trailblazers podcast by PR Moment. Thank you for taking out the time to join us. My first question is why sports?
That was the most obvious choice that I had. I mean, having played all my life during my college, during my school, and then getting into a course which led to communication. I mean, it was a given situation for me to try out something that I've always enjoyed and then be a part of it and take it from there. So I think sports was the most obvious choice. The fortunate part was that while I made that choice as a professional choice for myself, it definitely boomed in from there. So I mean, it went on hand in hand, and then there was no looking back.
So India is really about cricket and of course now a little bit about badminton and a lot about FIFA right now. So how would you identify the next sports trends which you are looking at as a sports focused consultancy?
Well, you see, India has always been about cricket. I mean, there's no second thoughts about it. But given the fact that there's been cricket, there have been always the other sports that have been existent. You go into the lower levels of schools and colleges, you'll always see sports like volleyball and other sports which do exist in a very, very detailed manner and much more. There are a lot many players and people who take up those sports. Yes, professionally in India, these sports haven't really gone out to get its worth. But that's what we as a consultancy are trying to do, get into the federations like football that we take care of. It's anyways the world's most favorite sport, and we're proud to be associated with the All India Football Federation for the last 2 years, ever since our inception. And I think that slowly and steadily we are growing and maturing as a country to look into various sports. Look at the recent the accolades that the athletes in badminton, wrestling and other sports, shooting have gotten for the country. I think it's just a matter of time and once people start looking into the other aspects of sports as well.
So apart from sports PR, you also help players to build their brand. Would you be able to flag off for us some emerging players?
Well, right now, I mean, in my past, before I started off with the organization, yes, I've worked with a lot of players. But as an organization, we took a little while before we went into this stage. For now, we're working with a golfer, a female, ladies professional golfer called Vani Kapoor. She's just 23. Just spread her wings out of India, playing the European circuit. And our basic idea is to build their brand identity, build them as a brand where they're just not about sports, but they're also about icons, where they also showcase the non-sporting side of this. Because you know what, when we are sitting out here, not playing the sport, but probably fascinating or idolizing an athlete, we also want to know what's the human side to that person. Because at the end of the day, when you're out of that pitch, everybody is human. I mean, they want to go out, have a small party, they also want to go out, spend time with their friends. And bringing that out only showcases a complete structure to a personality that's there. And I think that's what's the primary factor. And once that starts happening, you also see these athletes getting in more interest from the brands and the sponsors. Because at the end of the day, a brand is not just investing on the pitch, but they're investing on what they bring outside the pitch to the general audience.
One final question, Abhoy. In order to grow the sports PR and the sports consulting market, what is the one thing which needs to be done at the base level, perhaps at the education level, at the school level? What do you think is really important to build a sporting culture?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we need to learn, forget about education and everything, is that there's no quick fix at any situation. It all takes its own sweet time. It took us, between me and Shomit, it took us around 16 years of work-ex to finally come to an aspect that yes, we need to create a vertical just dedicated to sports. And when now we are in the business, it's taking a hell lot of a time educating people that how important is your imagery in creating a future for yourself. At the end of the day, imagery does not mean that you need to be shown somebody as swanky, but somebody who's normal and somebody who's communicable in nature is what is the most critical part. So I think a larger part of the aspect is that we definitely need to start getting a culture of sports in the country, which happens from every person's house as a child. And the larger part is that where brands and athletes start realizing that it's just not about the performance. At times it is also, because a performance gives you always the brighter sides, but there are heydays everybody goes through, and in those heydays it's just your reputation which makes the whole difference to how people perceive you.
One final question with football fever. Who's the one Indian football player who deserves to be at FIFA?
I think for now it is there's one at the FIFA World Cup level. I guess too early to speak about that. But there are a few of them who definitely deserve to be playing outside of this country. One of the prominent names that comes to my mind is Udanta. Apart from that, the under-17 team is a guy called Sanjeev Stalin, and I think that guy definitely needs to. I mean, these are the couple of them who definitely need to try out their hands abroad once to hone their skills.